And we warmly welcome Mr. Farrukh Naveed, our next resource persons, and the request him to present in his session.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I feel pleasure and honor to present in this valuable session. Can you please confirm you can listen to me here? My voice is clear.
Yes, voice
Okay.
is clear.
Okay, I'm just going to share my slides. Just give me 1 minute. Swami, can you please confirm my slides are visible?
Yeah,
All of you?
your
Yes.
screen is visible.
Okay, okay. The topic is not new, as you people know that data is the new gold, and for this reason, multiple disciplines have been established, which which can unleash the potential of other discipline. Either it is a microfinance, pure finance, corporate finance, managerial finance, or even in other domain from medical to engineering and so on. So today I will try to share my ideas and knowledge pertaining to the efficacy and the effectiveness of data science, particularly in the context of microfinance. So I assume that many of you are from the background of microfinance. I must mention my expertise and discipline. Basically, I'm working as a assistant professor in Islami University, Bahawalpur, and PhD in finance and banking. So, beside this, I am also working in the field of data science and try to understand the advantages which we can get by applying the concepts, techniques, and the applications and algorithm available concerning the data science to exploit the opportunities which are available in the market, to pinpoint the targeted um, marketing and so on. So today I will share my ideas. So you should know that my background is academic. So I try to discuss with you and share my ideas from the literature perspective, as well as the current scenarios which are available in the data science, and how we can capitalize on the shoulder of data science to capitalize the opportunities available in the market. So let's dive into these slides. As you can see that the topic is harnessing data science tools for smarter microfinance. So we know that data is the new gold. So previously we have certain other precious metals. Now in this era, we know that the data is very, very important. So and do remember that the data science build on the data. Whenever we have data, we can apply certain techniques and get the advantage. So the basic basic thing that one should have is the availability of the data. So I don't know how many of you were available in the previous session. I had a discussion with Mr. Amar and other participants. The first step in this data science industry is to collect the data. So unfortunately, in our country, Pakistan, we are deprived of non-availability of data. We don't have adequate data. That's why we are not able to understand the patterns and the trends and the hidden potential which is available in the data. But for better understanding and to start from where we should start collecting data, we have other data set available on different repositories concerning data science. So I must share with you those repositories, how we can use those repositories, what sort of data we should need in order to make very much informed decisions. So harnessing data science tools for smarter microfinance. So let's dive into it. This is a structure. So data science in microfinance, as you understand that MFI is the main purpose of microfinance institutions to serve the population, those who are in need of funds for particular particular motives for cottage industries, for small businesses, for agriculture. The main objective of MFI is to serve underserved population, those who are in need of those funds. So this is the basically background that I'm going to establish to better explain the need of data science and how we can get better uh, 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 outcomes on the basis of data science technologies and data science algorithms which are available. And other countries are also using those techniques and algorithm to uh, capitalizing the opportunities. So data science boost MFI impact. This is important because I told you earlier that data science is nothing but comprised of certain techniques. So those techniques comprise of computer science, statistics, and mathematics, and certain graphical presentations which help to understand the patterns and trends in the data. So in every business, when you understand your target market, the better you understand your target market, the better you serve, the better you make profit, the better you serve the community. So data science um, boost the impact. The purpose of existence of MFIs is to serve the underserved populations, those communities who are in need of funds. So we must know that which population is more in need of funds, and from where we can better achieve the objective of MFIs. Besides, we can also target or find out the saturated areas, the saturated segments of the market, with those segments which are already satisfied and no more efforts or targeted marketing is not needed. So how do we come to know about these facts? Based on the data, and after having the data, we apply certain techniques, certain tools which are related to the computer science and the statistics and the mechanical powers and computational power which are available. So based on these three things, we can better understand the data and we can talk with the data. So we can identify the hidden patterns, hidden trends, and underserved areas and overserved areas, the cash cows of the business, as well as we can understand that which segments are not profitable but necessary. So all these things are possible when we have the data and we apply certain techniques. So the most important thing is the prediction. You should you may be familiar with the algorithm like machine learning and artificial intelligence that is most common. So the main objective of artificial intelligence and machine learning is to predict. So the prediction is um, valuable not only in the stock markets, in the banking sector, in the business, and in the microfinance industries as well. So prediction. So there are certain statistical techniques which were not possible in the past due to the non-availability of computational power. But nowadays we have huge computational capacity available in terms of we have certain supercomputers, we have some cloud computing platforms available which help us to deploy the data and get the outcomes. So the prediction of risk and the segment markets, as well as the fraud detection in the context of uh, the banking sector or in and business from the audit perspective. So previously, the auditor need to go through all the documents and vouchers and so and so and so. But nowadays we have certain data science techniques available. We have certain models which help us to identify the strength of internal control. And before moving forward, with the help of data science tools, we can identify how much risk is there. Is this business is confronting any fraud or any sort of misappropriation? So all these things are possible with the help of data science. I'm just telling you the domain and the limits of the data science. So data science we can apply everywhere. I just give you very simple example. If a person is having a cardiac arrest, so before going to the surgery, with the help of data science technique, we can find out how many chances are there that this operation will be successful. And moreover, a healthy person who is not having a cardiac arrest or any sort of disease, but by applying certain parameter like age, like gender, and marital status, number of children, type of job, we can give the model such type of input, and the model can compute the chances of cardiac arrest to that person. So this is basically the prediction. This is the beauty of the data science, that by applying certain inputs, we can find out the potential output, we can predict, and we can also we before we aware about the accuracy of the model, how much our model is accurate, 90%, 95%, 80%, 70%, so on. And this is basically the continuous process, because I'm talking about the machine learning and deep learning. As we provide more data, the model will be more efficient. So as we increase the depth of the data, the model will be more accurate. So in short, data science techniques are not restricted to microfinance. We can use to detect the frauds. We can predict the stock market. We can predict the trends. We can predict the economy. We can predict everything, everything for which we have the data. Even you can, when you visit a store, the store has deployed machine learning models, and when you land on the electronic store, the store owner knows what is the probability that you will shop there. So this is the beauty of data science. Now move forward. This is the ML for machine learning. Machine learning for credit risk and repayment. This is the, I think, the backbone of any banking and non-banking financial institutions. Either it is a pure commercial bank or non-banking financial institution or microfinance institution. So credit department generate value for the shareholders, for the bank, for the microfinance institutions. If you give good credit and there is a minimum chance of delinquency and non-performing loans, the bank or the MFI will be profitable. So this, thanks to the data science, because that data science enable us to understand or predict before sanctioning a loan, what is the probability of the default, what is the probability of non-performing loan, whether we will be able to get back our money or not. So there are certain models of data science. Hopefully this session is small time, we don't have the ample time. I'm just using the terminologies which are commonly in practice. So machine learning models, very common models. When you log on to the YouTube, so machine learning model suggests you or recommend something. So have you ever think about that? How do YouTube knows about your preferences? Because of the data. And another thing is the machine learning and deep learning models. So those models are used to understand the preferences and behavior and potential outcome of any individual. So the same is true for banking or non-banking or microfinance institution. When we sanction a loan, before sanctioning a loan, we just give certain input to the models, machine learning models, and that model generate the potential for default. How many chances are there that this customer will not pay back or service the debt? So similarly, these models can also be used for repayment and the interest income or certain type of income for which the MFIs are striving. So machine learning models are very helpful, and as we are living in the era of large language model, or you can say the chat GPT or DeepSeek, these are the basically deep learning models. That is the extension or the advanced form of machine learning model. So in this era, you can find machine learning everywhere. But in this session, we are talking about in the context of microfinance institution. So microfinance institution functions involve um, uh, credit department that sanctions loan and recoveries. So for this purpose, we can take advantage of machine learning model. So there are certain model. I do not want to take you to the depth of these statistical terms, as there are certain types of prediction. Sometimes we have uh, certain quantitative prediction, like how much amount will be in default. This is quantitative prediction. Okay, so I'm just explaining the types of models. Some models are for quantitative prediction, like what is the what percent of loan will be in default. So this is quantitative prediction. Another type of prediction, that whether this person will pay or not, will not pay. This is yes or no answer. So for this purpose, we have certain another model. So these are the types. I do not want to take you to in the depth of these models. So some models are for prediction of any amount, any quantity, and some models are for yes or no, whether a person will have a cardiac arrest or not, whether a person will have a malaria or not. So this type of model are prediction used for prediction binary numbers, yes or no, 0 or 1. And sometimes we have another models which are used for quantitative. So in the context of microfinance, how we can use the machine learning model? Simply speaking, if we are interested in predicting the portfolio at risk, we use the regression model. Regression model will be used, and other cases. These are basically the backend algorithm. And you need not to be uh, very much capable of explaining these model. Simply, I'm just explaining the limitations, the boundaries of data science. Data science help microfinance institution to determine the portfolio at risk, to determine whether a person will pay back your fund or not, whether a customer will buy your product or not. Such type of things are possible. Okay, so next, again, there are certain technical terms which programming language is necessary for data science. Hopefully this is the domain of computer science professionals who develop apps and websites. So broadly speaking, we have certain programming language. The latest one is the Python library and Python language, and along with certain libraries which include the scikit-learn, pandas, numpy, plotly, matplotlib, and so on. There are numerous libraries. We are not interested in this. Basically these are some mechanical terms, so you need not to be very much familiar about these terms. Basically, machine learning model help microfinance institution to make better decisions. That's it. Okay, again, we have certain Python related models. We can also use, suppose that you are in a bank and you have a list of clients, maybe 100,000 clients. So every client belongs to a different segment. So for an individual, it is difficult. Uh, it is difficult to divide or segregate 100,000 clients into different categories. Which person is more interested in car loan, and which person is interested in housing loan, which person is interested in flexi loan, and which person is just will follow the trends. So we need to segregate all the potential clients into different categories. So this problem can be solved with the help of data science, because data science help us to uh, differentiate and segregate the different categories of client into certain valuable categories, and available there are certain available libraries to graphically present this data. Okay, so again, we need certain segmentation, like KNN neighbors and KNN neighbors and random forest models are used. So these are used for client segmentation. I just give you another example. You are in a corporate world, and you have, for example, 25 products. So which product is performing well and which product is performing not up to mark? That product is not achieving the KPIs. So how do you come to know about those facts? For this purpose, data science provide us a platform with the help of Python language and certain libraries, including scikit-learn and NumPys and Pandas, which can be used to identify that which products are meeting the KPIs and which are falling behind, and from which product we are generating higher revenue, and if this trend continues, what will be our position in the next 5 years. So data science help us not only to segregate the different elements, but also we can use those elements for prediction purpose. Okay. Next, these are the another tools, like you have Excel. We have also tools for research purpose and presentation and creating inferences based on the historical data. We have another two softwares, that's SPSS and SmartPLS, and we have also MOS, and we have also eViews. These are the pure statistical software which are used to graphically portray the data which we have already collected, but also we can use these software for inference. For example, if we offer a discount to a client, so will it contribute to our profit ratio or not? Will it contribute to increase in sale? This is a question. And how do we come to know about the answer? So based on these software, we can test our hypothesis, we can test our postulations, which hypothesis is true and which hypotheses are not true based on the data. And these software also provide justification which are available in the hidden patterns of the data. So these two software, SPSS, that is statistical package for social sciences, basically this is a statistical package, and SmartPLS, this is again a statistical package. The main difference between these two is the functionality of SmartPLS is also available in SPSS, but all the functionality of SPSS is not available in SmartPLS. The main difference, to be more technical, SmartPLS is used for cross-sectional data, whereas SPSS can be used for time series data or pool data. Any sort of data we have, you can use SPSS, and the many functionalities are available. You can infer, you can create inference, you can predict whatever you want. There are certain modules available which you can use. So these are the two software of statistics which can be used to make more informed decisions. For example, we have certain macroeconomic parameters, macroeconomic indicators of Pakistan, and we have the performance of microfinance institutions in Pakistan. So based on the historical data pertaining to macrofinance indicator like GDP, per capita income, GNP, and poverty rate, inflation rate, and so and so, and we have the profitability or financial performance of MFIs. So based on these data, we can conclude that which factor is more contributing to the financial performance of MFIs. So how do we do this? Based on the data and these software, we can make more informed decision. Okay. Next, we have again the application of data science for fraud detection, and I must share with you a website, that is kaggle.com. Kaggle.com is the repository of data science where you can find the records worldwide. Even interestingly, I think all of you must heard about the Titanic. I'm sure you know about the Titanic.
Anyone can ask, tell the answer.
Titanic.
Mr.
Titanic.
Orman. Mr. Orman.
Mr. Orman.
Mr. Orman. Okay, please carry on.
Okay. Titanic was a ship. You may be familiar about the movie that is Titanic, based on the story. So why this Titanic is interrelated with data science? I just want to tell you that the data pertaining to the Titanic ship is available on the kaggle.com. How many passengers were there? How many of them were male? How many of them were female, how many of them were traveling along with siblings. So we have data available pertaining to the data, pertaining to the persons who were on the Titanic ship. So why this data has collected? Because we know that there was a tragedy with the Titanic. So some was died and some was alive. So this is a prediction based on the data like concerning the marital status, age, and the fare the person paid, and so and so. We can predict whether this person will survive or not. So in this case, data science enable a person to predict based on the data set. So like Titanic, Kaggle also offer numerous data sets like fraud detection. If you want to detect the frauds, so there are numerous data set available on the Kaggle which have documented certain parameters which enable to use those parameters in developing a model, which model is more associated with the outcome. So is similarly, heart disease database is also available. Similarly, you can find the customer churn. Customer churn means you have numerous customers and you think that your customers are loyal, but whether your customers are loyal or not, data will tell you. So you can deploy that data and you can find out why customers are leaving why customers are leaving from your business, why they are not interested in buying your products. So based on the data, we can find out the reasons. The reasoning can be possible with the help of data science and the data which have been collected over the period of time. So I told you earlier that in Pakistan we don't have the sufficient data available. But the good thing is, if you want to learn and understand how much benefit you can get from the data science, for this just log on to the kaggle.com and find out that certain type of data which is available. Okay, now move forward. I'm just trying to wind up my discussion. That is, I told you earlier, the whether it is a programming language or certain libraries, SPSS and software, and so and so, blah blah, everything. The main purpose of these technical understanding is to make informed decision. Well, you need not to know about every every aspect of the data science. You must be able to understand what data science can do and what data science cannot do. So based on your understanding, you can design an app through a developer, through software engineer. And why you are designing an app? To make more informed decision, like optimizing financial decisions. So when you have data, you can make better financial decisions, like whether this decision will impair your liquidity or not. So based on these data science techniques, you can make good decisions, whether this decision will increase the shareholder wealth or not. So data science help to make more informed decision. So optimizing MFIs, financial decisions, maximize impact and returns. And similarly, we have advanced technique, that is the decision tree guide choices. Means how many possibilities are there, how many possibilities, and this happen, this will happen, and if this happen, then this will happen. So this is very technical. So this technicalities uh, can be resolved with the help of data science by using decision tree algorithm, which is available to portray all the possibilities of the data. So the next is the from research to practical microfinance solution. I told you earlier that uh, the data science or any other discipline is not helpful until it is addressing the real world problems. So if it is a medical science, if it is a computer science or social science, until and unless it is not addressing the real world problem, this is not helpful for the community. So data science is addressing the real world problem. As I told you earlier, data science is helpful in sanctioning a loan that will not be not performing loan, or there will be little chances of default. So data science is also helping to identify the underprivileged market. Data science is also helpful in detecting the frauds. Data science is also helping to generate the possibilities. So all these are the applications. So any discipline, until and unless it is addressing the real world problem, it is good. And if it is not addressing the real world problem, those techniques or those discipline will not exist anymore in the community. So this is basically the conclusion. I try to uh, keep my presentation simple, although there are certain technical terms, but those terms are very necessary. So we all are experiencing the data science in terms of ChatGPT, in terms of Copilot, in terms of DeepSeek, in terms of YouTube recommendation, in terms of store recommendation. If you are logging on to the Amazon or any other store, so we are experiencing the data science benefits. So if you have certain type of problem in your business that is not being addressed by humans, so you can take the advantage of data science and artificial intelligence. So this is all about from my presentation. If you have any question, you are more welcome to ask.
Thank you, Dr. Farrukh Naveed. Anyone have a question to ask Mr. Arman? You may raise the hand. You have to say anything, Mr. Arman?
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate the presentation for today. But I wanted to ask one question. Currently, we have a online crime which is increasing every day. What is the policy today to stop crime security online in microfinance, especially?
Mr. Arman, are you asking about the crimes? I'm not. I think online crimes. Mr. Arman.
Yes.
Mr. Arman, are you asking for online crimes?
Yes, of course. That is my question.
Okay. How these crimes are affecting the microfinance performance?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good question. Basically, data science also enable us to design certain mechanism. Like you have inbox of your email, like you have certain inbox, outbox, sent mail, and you also find a spam folder. You never classified an email as a spam. Have you ever think about why those emails are moving towards a spam folder? Because of the availability of data science. Data science algorithm classify that this email is suspicious and can be harmful for the user. That is why it has been classified as a spam. Similarly, if we are having any sort of problem concerning online crimes, we can design a software, we design an app which can differentiate a phishing attack or such type of activity which is not normal. So those algorithm enable our app to classify or protect our database from phishing attack or online crimes. Hope to answer your question.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone? Mr. West, you raised your hand.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please.
सर आज का सेशन तो बहुत अच्छा लगा, लेकिन मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि हम ये जो डेटा सेट एनालाइज करते हैं,
Okay.
हेलो सर, تو اس میں تو
آواز آ رہی ہے آپ کی؟
ہیلو
جی جی اویس آواز آ رہی ہے آپ کی؟
سر، جب ہم یہ بگ ڈیٹا سیٹ انالائز کرتے ہیں نا تو اس میں تو کچھ پرابلمس بھی آتی ہے نا، جیسے ٹرینڈز آتی ہے، پیٹرنز آتی ہے، یا کچھ اور. جیسے ہم اکنامکس میں ڈیٹا انالائزنگ کرتے ہیں تو اس میں وہ 99% یا جو سگنیفیشنٹ ہے نا تو وہ تو 90% ہوتی ہے نا.
ہاں جی بالکل اویس، بہت آپ کا انٹرسٹنگ کوشچن ہے اور بڑا ہی ٹارگیٹڈ کوشچن آپ نے پوچھا ہے. دیٹ کمپرائز آف اسٹیٹسٹکس ایز ویل ایز دا بگ ڈیٹا. تو ہوپ فلی بگ ڈیٹا کے بارے میں انڈرسٹینڈنگ ہوگی باقی سب کو بھی کہ آپ کے پاس جو ڈیٹا سیٹ ہے بہت بڑا ڈیٹا ہوتا ہے. تو پہلی بات تو میں آپ کو یہ بتاؤں کہ اس کو اینالائز کرنے کے لیے یو ہیو سرٹن ٹولز اویلیبل. اس میں آپ کے پاس بزنس انٹیلیجنس کے سافٹ ویئرز ہوتے ہیں، لائک مائکروسافٹ پاور BI ہے. اسی طرح آپ کے پاس ٹیبلو ہے، اس کے ذریعے آپ اس ڈیٹا کو فیچ کرتے ہیں. فیچ کرنے کے بعد رینگلنگ کرتے ہیں. رینگلنگ مینس ڈیٹا کو کلین کرتے ہیں. کلین کرنے کا مطلب کیا ہے کہ وہ ڈیٹا اس فارمیٹ میں نہیں ہے جس فارمیٹ میں ماڈل نے ایکسیپٹ کرنا ہے. ٹھیک ہے، ہم اس ڈیٹا کو ریفائن کر رہے ہوتے ہیں. And that term is known as data wrangling in data science. Okay, addressing the missing values and addressing the outliers and standardization of the data so that we have a data in uniform format. یعنی آپ اگر دیکھیں گے کہ گروتھ ریٹ تو وہ پرسنٹیج میں ہوگا نا 5-10%، اور اگر آپ سیلریز دیکھیں گے تو وہ لاکھوں میں ہوں گی. تو ایک ہی اسکیل پہ لانے کے لیے ہم اس ڈیٹا کو اسٹینڈرڈائز کرتے ہیں. اچھا، اس کے لیے بھی ڈیٹا سائنس میں ہمارے پاس اسکیلنگ اویلیبل ہوتی ہے. اسکیلنگ کی لائبریریز ہیں، فنکشنز ہیں جس سے ہم ڈیٹا کو اسکیل کر لیتے ہیں، ایک ہی بیلنس پہ لے آتے ہیں. اچھا، اس کے بعد پھر ہم اس ڈیٹا کو ٹرین کرتے ہیں، ماڈل کو ٹرین کرتے ہیں اس ڈیٹا کی بیس پر. ٹرین کرنے کے بعد اس کو دیکھتے ہیں کہ ہمارا ماڈل جو ہے ٹرین ہو گیا. پھر اس کو دوسرے ڈیٹا پہ ٹیسٹ کرتے ہیں. اسے کہتے ہیں آؤٹ آف سیمپل ڈیٹا. یعنی جو ڈیٹا ہم نے جس پہ اس کو ٹرین کیا وہ تو اس کو پتا ہے، وہ ڈیٹا جو اس ماڈل نے کبھی دیکھا ہی نہیں وہ ڈیٹا ہم اس کو دیتے ہیں اور کہتے ہیں کہ جی اب بتاؤ. تو پھر دیکھتے ہیں کہ ڈیٹا پریڈکشن کی ایکوریسی کتنی ہے. سم ٹائم جو ہم ڈیٹا رینگلنگ کرنے کے بعد جو ماڈل ڈیزائن کرتے ہیں ایکوریسی بہت اچھی ہوتی ہے، سم ٹائم اچھی نہیں ہوتی، لیکن ہمیں وہ ماڈل ڈپلوائے کرنے سے پہلے پتہ چل جاتا ہے کہ ہمارا ماڈل 70% پریڈکٹ کر رہا ہے. ٹھیک ہے،
یس سر.
کو بہتر کرنے کے لیے ہم کچھ اور ٹیکنیکس کرتے ہیں. اسے کہتے ہیں ہائپر پیرامیٹر ٹیوننگ. پیرامیٹر کو ٹیون کرتے ہیں جس سے اس کو مزید ریفائن کر لیتے ہیں. اچھا، اب اس طرح ہم ایک خاص لیول پہ ڈیٹا ماڈل کو لے جاتے ہیں جہاں پہ اس کی ایکوریسی 90% پہ چلی جاتی ہے، اور یہ اس ماڈل کی لمیٹیشن ہے. آپ کا جو دوسرا کوشچن ہے وہ ہے لیول آف سگنیفیکینس سے ریلیٹڈ. یہ لیول آف سگنیفیکینس ہے آپ کا 95% یا 5% آپ کا لیول آف سگنیفیکینس ہوتا ہے تو کانفیڈنس آپ کا 95% ہوتا ہے. اسی طرح 10% آپ کا لیول آف سگنیفیکینس ہے تو کانفیڈنس آپ کا 90% ہوتا ہے. یعنی ہم کہہ رہے ہیں کہ یہ بندہ جو ہے ہمارا لون واپس نہیں کرے گا، تو یہ بات آپ کتنے پرسنٹ کانفیڈنس کے ساتھ کہہ سکتے ہیں؟ تو 90% کانفیڈنس یا 95% کانفیڈنس کے ساتھ آپ یہ بات کہہ رہے ہیں. اب آپ کے ذہن میں یہ آ رہا ہوگا کہ یہ 100% تو نہیں ہے. تو یہاں یہ بات ذہن میں رکھیں گے کہ 100% صرف پیور سائنسز میں ہوتا ہے، جہاں آپ دو کیمیکل کو ملاتے ہیں نا کہ ہائیڈروجن اور آکسیجن جب ملے گی تو پانی بنے گا. لیکن جب سائنسز کی بات کرتے ہیں تو سوشل سائنسز میں 100% کبھی بھی نہیں ہوتا. یہ اس کی لمیٹیشن ہے. ٹھیک ہے نا، تو اسے ہم کہتے ہیں.
سر ایک کوشچن میرا ایک اور ہے کہ جس طرح میں نے پینل ڈیٹا پہ کام کیا نا، تو ہم فکس افیکٹ اور رینڈم افیکٹ ماڈل یوز کرتے ہیں. پھر اگر وہ ان دونوں سے نہیں ہوتا پھر ہم GIS مطلب جنرلائز کرتے ہیں نا. تو اس طرح یہ جو آپ یہ جو ورکشاپ ہے نا، تو میں اس میں ایک بات ایڈ کرتا ہوں کہ اس میں جو یہ اسمارٹ اور مائکرو فائنانس ہے نا، تو اس کی جو بگ ڈیٹا انالائسس ہم کرتے ہیں نا تو کون سی ماڈل یوز کرتے ہیں؟ 2-3 کا نام بتا دے تاکہ اس ورکشاپ کا مجھے بھی فائدہ ہو، میرے بھی جتنے دوست ہیں اس کا بھی فائدہ ہو. صرف نام بتا دیں.
جی میں اس میں بتا رہا ہوں کہ بگ ڈیٹا کے لیے ہڈوپ یوز کیا جاتا ہے. ہڈوپ ایک لائبریری، ہڈوپ کو یوز کرتے ہیں جو بگ ڈیٹا کے لیے موسٹلی यूज किया जाता है। अगर आप एक्सटेंसिवली मॉडल डिप्लॉयमेंट की तरफ जा रहे हैं, ठीक है, वैसे तो बेसिक अगर आपके पास बिग डेटा है तो सिंपल पावर बीआई में भी आप प्रेडिक्शन कर सकते हैं, टैबलू में भी कर सकते हैं, लेकिन जो उसकी डाटा फेच करना है क्लाउड से और उसको डिप्लॉय करना है और उसको रैंगल करना है ना, तो उसके लिए स्पेसिफिकली हडूप यूज होता है, जो बिग डाटा के लिए स्पेसिफिकली डिजाइन है।
अच्छा, थैंक यू सर।
वेलकम वेलकम।
Thank you, Mr. Ones. Thank you. And any other participants want to say anything? Any question? Any comments? Before we conclude our this workshop.